Hello, welcome to Cloud Cap Course. Today we're going to create a quick web server. I gotta do this before my kids wake up. It's early in the morning, around 6:25 or 6:36. Yeah, and I am going to do a quick web server. We're going to create every other fundamentals that we've been creating before, and then we're going to go to EC2 and connect our um, compute device to the internet, create a specific elastic IP address so that we can connect that IP address to our web server. What we're going to do is VPC, EC2, and then we're going to go create an elastic IP address. And I've already created my custom DNS or bought my custom DNS from GoDaddy.com. We're going to go to Route 53 hosted zones and connect it together, and then we're going to test it out. Now, a couple of weeks now, my computer has not been working properly, so I've been working on it, and that's why I've not been creating any services yet. So we're going to test it on my computer. If it works, good. If it does not work on my computer, and you follow the procedure that we did, and it works on your computer, fine. But I have my tablet over here that I can test the IP address on to see it on the local host so that it's working. But I'm working on it. I've been working on my computer for the past 2 weeks just to get it right, because I've been creating this for some time, and because I don't know why it's not working, but I've been troubleshooting, and but we're gonna test it. But if you are able to do it on your computer, just let me know. Um, Comment below to see that, hey, and then say that, hey, I did I did it on my computer and it worked. So before I go on with it and anyone wakes up, let's go ahead and create our VPC. We're gonna name it Web VPC. We're gonna give it a CIDR range of 10/16. We're going to keep everything to the default, and because we're going to connect to the internet, so I forgot to delete this one. Let me delete it out of the way, and then let's create another internet gateway for this project. So web VPC IGW, and then because it is detached over here, we're going to attach it to the VPC that we created earlier on, and boom, there it is. So we just take it like that, and then we're going to create a subnet. So what's the subnet that we're going to create right now is only one subnet. We're going to create one subnet, but the subnets come with a public IP address, IPv4 address, and a private IPv4 address. And when we go to the EC2, I'm going to show you. So we selected that one. I'm going to say web VPC public subnet one. We're going to choose the first availability zone. We're going to give this one 10.0.0/24, and we're going to create this and give it the enabled public IPv4, save it. There we go. So I'm going to create a route table for my subnet. I'm going to say web VPC public RT, and choose the VPC, and I'll go to the route and add the rule that all internets from everywhere should come through the internet gateway. Assign our internet gateway, go to the association, edit subnet association, and assign it to the subnet and all that. So we are done over here. Over here we are done. So I'm trying to make this as quick as possible because it's a long video. It's going to be a long video if I add the S3 buckets and all the custom web HTML that I wanted to upload into the S3 and then you know, like create it. But we're gonna do it to a certain limit that it's going to be understandable and it's going to be good. So that's where I'm going as it is. So over here I'm going to name it web server, and we're going to create a new key pair, and I'm going to show you a cool SSH software that I've been using, which is called Solar Party. Yeah, that is good. So I'm going to name it web server key pair. I mean, it's a long one, but it is what it is. And then we're gonna go to the edit over here. Choose our VPC. Yes, public. Because we chose it in the subnet, it has already assigned enable to our stuff. I'm gonna name this web server SG web server SG. There we go. So we want SSH from everywhere. We can say SSH from my IP, but I just want it to be everywhere. And then because we're going to add the internet, we're going to go to the internet because we're going to choose HTML from here. And when we go further, HTML from anywhere. So when we go further and we want to assign our website to HTTP, no, we're choosing HTTP over here. Sorry about that. So we want to choose HTTPS. We have to do the Amazon certificate management. We have to go to the ACM, the Amazon certificate management, and then get a security, like, you know, a good certificate that can give us the HTTP. So this is good. We're going to launch it, and as it is going on, we're going to, it's not running yet. As it's pinned, we're going to take. So this was what I was talking about. Even though we created one public IP address, we have the public IP address and we have the private IP address. So there was no need to create another private, you know, IP address in the in VPC. So we can use this for it, because when we SSH by using this public IP address, it's gonna direct us to the private IP address so we can install our dependencies over there. So I'm copying this one, and what I'm going to do is use the partygen to create the PPK, which is going to be the private key pair. Okay, so name this web serve private. Oh, web serve. Oh, no, I don't want it. Private key. Here we got it. So this is the cool thing. So we have Solar Party over here. So we have already copied the private, no, the public subnet over here. We're gonna come to this is a cool SSH software that one of my coworkers was using it, and he introduced me to it. So when I came home, I downloaded it because it is easier. So you go to create session over here, you put your IP address in there, go down a little bit, and then we're gonna browse to where the private key is, and we select it right here. That's the first one. And then we can say, hey, what name do you want to give it? So I would say um, you know web save one, and create. Boom, there we go. So we are in there. So EC2 user. Boom. So it has given us the private IP address right here, which is 10.0.0.147, 10.0.0.147. So we are in there. And this is so cool. Before I was using the the party, but this is so cool. So when you come to the overview over here, you can always you will see that it is here. So when you double click it, it will just bring you into your environment over here, like hey, which is so cool. So you can create like other devices, and it will just fill up over here. When I go over to one of my coworkers and all that, and he's in the network, he just updating some of the switches and all that. You have a whole lot of it over here. Most of the departments and all that. So let's move on. Sudo install httpd y, and what is sudo? Oh, sudo yum. Sorry about that. There we go. So we got some updates, and it's installing. Thank you. Sudo start httpd. Oh, why do I keep forgetting? System ctl. All right. So we can also say enable, because we're going to enable system enable. Yeah, I'll say that service, because anytime we're going to say enable, because anytime you restart or reboot the services, it gives you like it will start running, like it will develop, like everything will come up, all the dependencies will come up. So we are in the enable service. Okay, so what we can do is cd var www html. Oh, yeah, there we go. So let me see, ls-l. There's nothing in there. All right, so we're going to create something like, hey, let me go to sudo vi index.html, and we're just gonna create, hey, I just put the insert on there. That's just like like the title for this is a web server for cloud cape host. And then we're gonna click on escape :wq, and we are out. Okay, so let me see. Let me run the ls again and see if we have something. Okay, so we have 4 dependencies over there. So we have done like everything, right? We have done everything that we're supposed to do. So we are going to create an elastic IP for our public IP. So we scroll down a little bit and we see elastic IP over here. The reason why we are creating an elastic IP is because anytime you shut down and you come up, you bring it up, the IP address changes, and when you give an elastic IP address like a static IP address, it stays. Okay, so let's allocate. Um, yes, we are allocating. Yes, and in the region, so we allocate, and it has given us an IP address over here, elastic IP address. So we select it and then assign it to associate it to the EC2 that we have. It's going to be the running EC2 that we have, which is the web server over here. We click it and then we associate to it, so it's going to show us it. And remember this IP address over here, because we're going back to the instance, and you see, and whenever we refresh over here, the IP address will change to, there we go. So the IP address will change to the elastic IP address. So we're going to copy this one, and it should work. I don't know why it is not working, but I'm still going to work on it. So this is the error that I get, but when I go into my onto my tablet, and I put the IP address on there, 156.236. See, it works. Now you can see. I can show you. Where is it at? Okay, let me make it work. Why is it not showing clear? See, it works on my tablet, and it says this is a web server for cloud hip host. But I don't know why it's not working over here. But go through it the same way that I did and comment below this video on this on the YouTube, and let's do this. Let's see. It keeps going, but I do not know why it is not working. I have gone to the internet options, going to the connections to see LAN settings, just removed all of this and all of that. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see if this will work. I'm still having some issues. It is working. So on my tablet. So, but I will work on this one to see how best I can get it running. And if I have to create a new video for it, then so be it. So it is working, and everything is good. So you see what we did and how we did it. We went to VPC, created all our services for the fundamentals, and then we came to EC2 and created an SSH into our new Solar party, and also assign a new elastic IP. Now we can go to, let's see, Route 53. Let's see if we can connect our DNS. I've already connected it, but I deleted it because I'm poor and it was just collecting some it was collecting some money over there, so I just said, oh no. No, I don't want to register for a domain. Let's see. So we go to hosted zones. Let's create a new hosted zone. So it's going to be Cloud Cape Coast. is, yeah, cloudcapecoast.com. Yeah. So we have a public host zone, and then so we have two options over here, which is public host zone and private host zone. And as the expressions or the description below says, this one host zone determine how traffic is routed on the internet, and private host zone determine how traffic is routed within an AWS VPC. Now you understand it. So we're gonna choose um, public host zones, and as soon as we do it right here, it gives us all the name servers that we can um we can associate with our GoDaddy, like where we purchase the where we purchased it. So I'll copy this one and put it in a notepad, and be careful, like, the dots at the end are not supposed to go in there too. So I'll take the dots out of there. Just take your time with it and make sure that there's no space over here too. So I'll go to my GoDaddy. I'll bring it over here. Like I said, I had already assigned, like, done it before, but because I was paying monthly, I think it was like 0.5 cents or something like that. I don't have that kind of money. It is a huge money that I cannot pay, so I deleted it. So now we're going to change the name service right here. So we're going to do it according to how it is done over here. So I'm going to copy the first one, and then let me see. So this is the first one. The second one. The third one. And the last one. And we are going to save it. So boom, it's saying to continue the consents that you are the one who purchased it. Your request is in progress. So this, I believe, takes a couple of minutes, for it to go through to associate with your host zone, the AWS, and all of that. So yes, there we go. So it's connected into our environment right now. So we have it. We have Cloud Cape Coast, which is over here. Everything is done. So we have created a VPC with an environment that has public IP address and private IP address. Went into EC2 Elastic Cloud Compute and created a web server for it. SSH, downloaded all the dependencies, and now we are in Route 53, where I have purchased my custom web DNS, which is domain name service, and I've linked it to my AWS via Route 53 DNS. So 53 DNS port is 53. So you should understand, and I want to make this as educative as possible so that we can all enjoy. All right. So I have done that right away, and this is where, like, I'm gonna come to an end on this one. It has been very educative. Because what I want to do next is to host a static IP address or a static website on S3 over HTTP. So that's what I'm going to do next. But I just want my computer to be working as good as possible, or maybe I'll just go and get another computer. But if you follow this procedure and it works for you, kindly just let me know. Comment below. This has been a very educative. This has been a very good um, learning procedure for me. So hey, thank you for stopping by again, and it's a short video, so we are good. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of the day.